This time I'm going to do the same thing I did for Word. I'm going to click on the Take a Tour template. These are wonderful for showing some of the new features. So this time I've got a separate worksheet down here to demonstrate several of the new features. I'm going to click Let's Go. It takes me right to number 1 here. So in the past, we've had an autofill handle where you could type something, for example, a formula, and then if you wanted to copy the formula the rest of the way down a column, you could click on the little fill handle that appears in the bottom right corner of a cell. It's a little dot, and you grab that, and it's really the world's fastest copy and paste. But now they're providing a way that I can copy and paste several other sorts of things without necessarily having to spell out exactly what the formula should be that I want copied and pasted. Instead of autofill, this is called flash fill. So, for example, they say over here to see an example of how flash fill could work, I've got a bunch of names over at the left-hand side, and I'm trying to extract maybe the first name, or the first name and the last name, or the first name and a space and the last name, or all kinds of different sort of things I could extract from here without having to put in a formula to do it. So they're suggesting I go over here to cell C5 and type in my pattern. In this case, I want it to be the first name. So I type in Nancy, and I hit enter. And then for the second one, I begin typing Andrew, but as soon as I get a couple of letters in there, it says, oh, I think I know what you're trying to do. I think you're trying to pull the first name out of there, everything before that first period. And in fact, if I hit the enter key, it does that not only for the next cell, but for all of the other cells down below. So let's see another example where it's trying to pick up on my pattern. Maybe I'll click on these cells and delete them and start the process over. So I'm starting with Nancy Freehafer again, only this time I'm going to type Freehafer, comma, space, N. And I'm going to hit the enter key, and then I'm going to type in Ciancini. And notice as I get partway through it, it says, oh, you probably want the last name, and then a comma, and then the first initial. So it's pretty good at picking up patterns. Anytime it's guessing wrong and I don't like what it's about to do, I can always tap the escape key, and it won't finish that. If I tap escape again, it'll just step out of that last one. So this is Microsoft Excel trying to pick up on patterns as I type them, rather than me filling in, okay, I want to concatenate this part and then that part, or I'm trying to separate names at a period. That could be done in older versions of Excel by using text to columns feature. But all I have to do this time is try to type in the pattern, and by the time I get partway through the second version of the pattern, it's usually pretty good at guessing what I'm trying to do.